Okay, this is going to be my kind of an unboxing video for the GX4XL from Taurus. So, you get the gun, you get a box. In the box, normally would be the gun, but I've already taken it out. In the box, you get a lovely little lock that I'm not sure how many people use that. Maybe they use them in California. You get a chamber flag made out of an orange zip tie, which is clever, good, inexpensive way to make a chamber flag. They give you a base plate for your magazine. I switched this out actually. What's supposed to be in here is a pinky extension for the what is normally a flush fit magazine. So speaking of the magazines, you get 2 loaded magazines. Not really, you don't get them loaded. I loaded these and just stuck them in the box. You get a 13 round magazine and you get an 11 round magazine. I painted these up as I've described in another video. So I got paint filled the back where the numbers are, and I also numbered my magazines so that, you know, eventually down the road when something starts going wrong with these, I'll be able to more easily identify which magazine is the problem child. So the difference between these magazines is not much. I think the size of this metal housing is identical. They just put a couple extra holes in the back and numbers for the added rounds. But you can actually go to the Taurus website and you can buy the 2 round extension base plate, and there's also a different spring that goes inside the 13 round magazine. So you can upgrade this to a 13 round magazine, but I think that was like, I'm going to say I think that was like $10. I don't know, I'll put a note on it. But I actually ordered additional 11 round magazines for myself. So I'm not a huge fan of the pinky extension, but I did put it on there because I wanted to give it a try. I bought some additional magazines and I just left them with the flush fit base plate. So that's what I did. And I would recommend that you get extra magazines for whatever gun you might have. So there's the gun with a flush base plate and pinky extension. So that kind of works for me. Like I say, I'm not normally a fan of extended base plates or pinky extensions like that, but that definitely is a full grip. But I want this for concealed carry, so all those might be better at the range. If I'm going to carry, I'm going to carry with a flush fit magazine, because I want the minimal grip hanging off of my hip, and that's generally where I wear is on the 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock carry. I'm not an appendix carry guy. I know a lot of people are, and there may be some tactical advantages to that, but I'm not comfortable carrying that way. Let's set this aside for a moment and get the last few things in the box here before I forget about them. You get the takedown tool, which is a GX4. A little disappointed they didn't make a GX4XL tool, but I guess that might have been more awkward to use. This is already pretty awkward to use. If you use this as a screwdriver, turning that around would, yeah, that wouldn't be very good. But takedown, you only have to turn it like a quarter turn, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's about a quarter turn to take it down, so it's not too awkward. But these are cute, and it'd be nice if you got a few of them so you could keep one in the box and use one as a keychain, throw one in a range bag. You get a fatter back strap also with this, so if it doesn't feel like it fits the hand too well, you can drop that in there. Now, I thought I was going to use this. I actually put this on, and then I put the extended base plate on, and found out that it didn't match up. So just it would sit in the gun like this. So you got the magazine here, and you got a lip hanging off where your the back straps ends. So I don't know why they did it that way. The base plate on this is actually 2 pieces, so I don't know why they didn't just make one that was a little fatter so that it matched up, or else tapered this down a little sharper so that it would match up to the base plates that go on all these magazines. I don't know if this I guess this one would end pretty sharply, so it wouldn't really matter. You wouldn't have to taper this in at all, but this just looked goofy when installed on the gun to me. So, and it didn't make it that much different for my comfort, so I ended up putting the regular back strap back on, because that at least matches up correctly with the grip. I don't know, little things like that bother you sometimes. Well, they bother me anyway. I keep wanting to jump into the gun here. I got to cover all the good stuff in the box. So hidden under the top flap here, the foam, you got some paperwork. There was a little tag on the gun, some coupons, save $10. You know, they want you to buy holsters and accessories and things from the Taurus website, and you know, all the usual manuals, safety information, parts and pieces called out in a manual. So it's pretty decent documentation for when you need it. Haven't had to dig into that too much, really. I mean, I flipped through it just like I did there. That's about all I've done with it. This was a little baggie that had the optics stuff in it. So Riton is that's how I'm pronouncing it. Riton is the optic that came on this. So it's just a red dot. There's no circle or anything like that. It's just a simple dot. It's motion activated, and that in my testing has worked pretty well. The dot, if you just leave it be, and I set it in a position on my desk where I could see the dot, and I left it be for a while, and the dot goes off, and after it went off, I just kind of bumped my desk and the red dot came back on. So it's very sensitive. If you're wearing the thing on your hip all day in a holster, the dot's going to be on all day. So keep that in mind. That may affect the runtime of the battery. But in addition to the little coupon they sent with the optic, they also included the Allen wrench and some screws, and I think some of these are the screws that came on the gun before the optic was installed, and then the blanking plate. So if you take the optic off, you can put the plate back on and just have a iron sights on your gun and not have the optic at all, if you're so inclined. That was something that this plate was a concern of mine actually when I bought this gun, because I didn't see anywhere that it said that it came with this on the website. I couldn't find any reference to it on Taurus's website. So just be aware it comes with, it's basically as if you bought the optic and had a gunsmith install it for you. They give you the bits and pieces. Now I didn't get the whole box that came with the optic, but I got all the goodies that came in the box. So that's what's in the box, and that's the box itself. I'm going to take the empty mag back out here, set this aside, and put the empty mag back in it. Oh, I suppose we should just show real quick that it's clear. So empty mag, and the gun is empty, nothing down in the chamber. Nothing down in the mag well. I always have a hard time lining this up. There we go. Nothing down in the mag well. So there's the gun. Now, before I go on, I wanted to mention that the holster that I had talked about in a previous video, I do have a concern about this holster, and that is that it doesn't cover the mag release button. So it's got the nice optic cut on there for me. That's great. But yeah, that mag release button is not protected. And unfortunately, I found out that this is very, very easy to push. And I could totally see wearing this, having this up against my body, bumping up against something, and then the mag pops out. So in order to fix that, I thought I had a few options. I was hoping that they had maybe a stronger spring to install to support this button, to make it a little harder to push. I didn't find any such option, so that's not the solution. They do have a Lakeline. Lakeline makes a mag release button for the GX4 that will fit this. That the way they describe it is it's contoured with the shape of the gun. So I don't know if I can show you, but looking at the mag release button there, it does stick out quite a bit. It doesn't really curve with the grip of the gun there. It just kind of goes straight along the side, so it's more pronounced the further forward you go. So it gets to where it's really easy to push toward the leading edge of the mag release button. Back at the heel of the button here, the rearward part of the button, there is a little swell in the grip that kind of protects you from accidentally pushing it. But again, on that front edge, it's really easy to push. So Lakeline made a button that's curved, and it's supposed to be a little less prone to being accidentally bumped. So I ordered up one of those, and I'll show you how that works out when I get it installed. Alternatively, I found that you can get the same button from Taurus for a lot cheaper, and it came with the spring, so I ordered one of those. So the Lakeline one is just the button, and it looks real nice, and it's supposedly contoured, and hopefully it'll work out great. But the Taurus one is just the same as this, but it comes with the spring as well. So obviously what comes to mind for me is, why can't I just modify that? I'll buy one from Taurus, I'll get a file out, I'll shape it the way I feel comfortable with it, and then I'll have to blue it or something. I'll have to do some kind of touch up, and it is steel, so I'm guessing it'll take blue. I don't know if it's stainless steel. I don't know if it'll take blue very well or not, but there's various ways to blacken the finish on the steel components. So I might take a crack at that, depending upon how well the Lakeline button works out. I had ordered both. I ordered the Lakeline one, and then foolishly didn't consider that maybe I should have checked Taurus first, and then I checked Taurus after, and go, gosh, that's so cheap, I might as well order one of those too. So I'm getting both. I'll let you know what happens. So this gun. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode, where we're going to actually take down the gun and go over all the components. I was going to do that here, but this video is running a little long, so just wanted to break it up so that it's not like watching some kind of marathon on the GX4XL. So we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.